Um, do you want to do the album first, or do you kind of just want to get into reason
All
the
right, so we're gonna preface, preface,
premise?
preface.
Yeah,
We're gonna preface this with well, shit. Y'all just seen how I felt about Reason on previous episodes. I feel like I've already spoke about like, yeah, we ain't know what to expect really with this project. Basically.
didn't know what I was getting. I am a Reason fan, so I was intrigued enough to listen, but I always feel like always feel like Reason has so much to prove. And with
Hmm.
that, I never know what direction he's gonna take with a project because I feel like he's trying to prove something or like stamp himself as opposed to being able to kind of like freely experiment and release. And that's just me from a fan perspective, but also being a huge TDE fan as well. But I mean, he also talks about those dynamics and the layers of all that in a lot of his songs as well, or at least one song per project. He touch on it.
Yeah. So also getting closer into this album, I wasn't really excited about this project to be honest. Like I heard about it. I think you may have told me about it.
Mm.
You mentioned it. I was listening to Joe Budden pod. No, I was listening to Rory and Maul actually. Shout out to them. And they had mentioned that Musa got disrespectful as hell with Reason.
He
So that
did.
made me excited for the project. Not gonna lie. That made me like, all right. So shit. Since they releasing a bunch of shit, like I need to hear what I could tell the label approved of and what I could tell he probably fought for.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can always hear that.
Yeah,
And I think my notes and what I said about certain songs and shit like that reflect that conversation. Like me being aware of or thinking this song may have been a label choice and this song may have been something that he wanted on the project.
agreed. Agreed. I think Reason has been in this space with the label in regards to it hasn't been as well documented as the thing recently with Musa was, but his struggles, if you will, with the label and releasing what he wants has been a thing. Also, something he mentioned, I think this was on Joe Budden podcast, but how when his first drop or the first drop from the label in 2020, New Beginnings, that was in the midst of COVID. So that is his like real introduction or opening. He didn't really get to kind of really have that full like rollout experience of yeah, you roll out the album, but then you tour. You know, you got all these opportunities to still promote it and market it. You know, he didn't get that. But it just sucks because it feels like the label is from his account, from his perspective, what he's saying, the label isn't the label isn't helping him in the way that he anticipated. And I think, at least from the way that he speaks, it's just more so the reality of like, oh, so this not how we moving. That's cool. I just thought that's how we was moving. So now I gotta adjust. At least that's the vibe I get. Where from what Musa was saying on that clip that we are referencing,
Mhm.
seemed like he more so saying like he basically talk about you ain't got no motion. Like that's what he was
Yeah,
saying.
niggas not fucking with you. Like,
That's what he.
which I could see. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with Reason because I fuck with Reason.
Yeah.
But I know our group messages wouldn't fuck with Reason.
Right. Right.
So like it's like I don't know. I guess that's just the harder pill to swallow because it's like, damn, dog saying niggas not fucking with you. You not really fucking with the fact that they're not helping you the way that you feel like you need to be helped. Like, no, that was the other point I was gonna bring up. He's also scared in the position that he's in.
I would be too.
That was the other point I was gonna bring up though. Like he doesn't not scared in the sense of like career scared. I'm saying like the people that he signed to scared of.
That would also make sense.
Because that came up in that podcast I told you to watch with Joe.
Hmm.
Joe brought that up. He was like, and Reason alluded to it, but he didn't say I'm scared type shit. He was just like, certain conversations it gets difficult to have with street niggas, or you don't even want to have due to you don't know what that conversation looks like being had.
Yeah,
Because some shit is just like them street niggas. So what they say, or if they, oh, that's how we moving. All right, I guess that's just how we moving then. Shit, like he
yeah.
just got to rock with it because it's like them street niggas, nigga. What you about to do?
Nah, for real. Yeah,
And
yeah,
I ain't mean I ain't saying you a scary ass nigga, Reese. I'm just mean in that situation, like what you supposed to do, which I respect and understand.
yeah. Nah, like I yeah, it's just extremely layered. It's funny how a lot of people say that he should have. I always think it's funny when people say he should have signed to Dreamville.
It would have fit better.
I've always thought that, but I mean, shit, he also from that side. So like, granted, Kyle signed to Dreamville, but it's just like I don't know. I mean, shit, it happens. Whatever. I don't know.